Okay, Scott. On the right, I've got Stuart Appleby. I shot this at the BMW back in the fall. I was fortunate enough to get to work for NBC Sports, and I had behind the rope or all access credentials, and it was really cool. I got to shoot some good video. But what I want you to see with Stuart Appleby is how good his posture is, and his swing is so good. It's a wonder how he hasn't won more tournaments than he has. Um, Obviously you're a little bit taller than he is, so I'd like to see you get a little taller. And if you look, I'm just gonna do something here. I'm gonna take a yellow line and I'm just gonna go from his shirt seam down to his elbow and then down to where he grips the club. Notice how that's not a straight line, okay? And it just makes it hard from where you're at to set that club on plane. That right elbow needs to be nice and supple, and so it can fold right at your side. If you watch I take the club back, so when Stewart gets to his P position number 2, and that's where the shaft's parallel to the ground. So you notice how his right arm just folds nicely, and then when he gets to P2, his right forearm is almost parallel to where he started. Okay, and your P2's not bad either, so don't freak out. It's not that big a deal. All right, I'd just like to see your right arm fold a little easier, a little sooner, because what happens here, you are at P2. All right, P3 is when the left arm is parallel to the ground, and you got a good P3 because look at your shaft. It's lined up nice and perfect with where the shaft started, just like we see over here with Stewart. But one thing you'll see with Stewart is he keeps turning to the top. Okay, he just keeps turning on that side. It's like the club's right on a track. All right. So when he gets to the top, his left arm and his shoulders are pretty close to parallel. All right. But you reach, and that all started from your address position. See how your arms, you just reach right to the sky. It's not a terrible move. You're awful athletic, so you can get by with it, but it's not the easiest way to do it. All right. So when you get to the top, your shaft's in pretty good position, but watch here. You have to make this very subtle over the top move. See that little move? See how your hands go over the top of the plane? I'm going to stop it right there. I'm going to draw a line back down here, intersecting with the hosel where you started, and that's our slot. And you do a pretty good job of saving it, but you're on top of the plane the whole time. Okay? So it makes it hard for you to get to the inside of a golf ball and hit a push draw. If you watch Stewart, see he can come right down to the inside out, and turn that ball over. Okay. Now the biggest thing I see in your swing, okay, and I'm going to get rid of some of these lines, clean it up here just a little bit. All right, see that line that says 37.7? All right, right on your arm, and 37.5. That's your spine angle. All right, I'm going to take you to the top, and I'm going to intersect. I'm going to draw a line from that little yellow X to your ear at the top of your swing. .7. Okay, that's 8 degrees that you've changed your spine angle. All right, now I'm going to do the same thing. If I can get my numbers going here. Sorry about that. Okay, at impact, so I'm going to stop your swing at impact. All right, add it. About right here. So we're going to do the same thing. What does that say? So we'll draw it through your 50.0. So you went from 37 to 7 37.7 to 45 to 50. Okay, so your spine is you're bobbing and weaving during the whole swing, and look at the shaft. Okay, look at your shaft angle at impact. Okay, that's the red line. It should be it shouldn't be any further than that first red line. In fact, let's just change color. It should be right around where that the yellow line is, down where the shaft started. Okay, so let's do the same thing, and let's do it over here on Stewart. So he started at 37.5. Take him to the top. Now, a lot of what you see here is me moving the camera around. 40.1. Okay, so 40.6. Sorry about that. And then take him back there. Now, when he gets back to impact, though, there's no sense of me even drawing a line because he's perfect, absolutely perfect, right back on his ear. And if there's one thing that the tour guys do that you and I don't, and about 99% of the golfing world, is they hit the ground in the same spot every single time, and that's why they're swinging around a fixed post, if you will. Um, some guys slide into their right side, but for the most part, most of them are pivoting around their left leg. Okay, so that's what it looks like from down the line, and then I'm going to show you from the front. I'm going to use the German kid, Martin Keimer, and what I try to do is I try to take the simplest, the swings with the least moving parts, and you know that's probably one of the other things that these guys do is they just simplify it. There's just not a whole lot of stuff going on. I mean, you look at Mickelson, um, Ricky Fowler, Bubba Watson. Those guys are moving around quite a bit, but they're trying to hit it a ton. They're trying to hit it as far as they can. These guys, the guys that you want to emulate are the guys with the really tight, compact swings.